Hi, I'm Margaret, and today I'm making miniature little Victoria sponges, especially for Valentine's Day. There'll be some tips today on how to make the perfect sponge. I'm also going to show you a couple of ways to decorate them, so here goes. With just the butter in the bowl, it needs a really good whisking to make it beautifully smooth. Add the caster sugar and exactly the same thing. Make sure the caster sugar is completely incorporated before we go any further. It helps to make sure that the mixture is scraped down from the sides so that any little bits of caster sugar that have made their way to the edge can be mixed in too. Next, measure the flour into a bowl. You'll need to add this little bit by little bit. As you add each egg, it really helps to put a spoon of flour in. This stops the egg from curdling in the mixture. It gives a really smooth texture, which helps enormously in the finished sponge. You'll also find that adding the eggs one at a time gives the chance for each one to be mixed in properly. It's a good idea to scrape the bowl down every now and again, just to keep the mixture even. The extra baking powder will give an extra rise, and of course the vanilla extract to give that great flavour. Adding the final bit of flour, we need to be quite gentle, so folding in is the answer here, until it's just incorporated. Now these straight-sided tins don't need any greasing at all, just a piece of baking parchment in the bottom, and they'll come out a treat. I'm using a slightly larger 8-inch tin today. I'm after a more shallow cake because this is going to be cut into mini cakes, otherwise they'll just look far too tall. They'll need to be baked until a skewer comes out clean. Once they're cool, just run a knife around the edge and tip it upside down and peel off the parchment paper. This cutter is a straight cutter and it's 7 centimetres. I can just manage to fit 5 around the edge here. Now don't worry about the rest of the cake, it won't go to waste. I'll be using that for truffles this week. Now half of these are turned upside down. They'll be the base of the cake. For the tops, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of icing sugar on top for that traditional Victoria sponge look. On the bases, a little whipped cream. I find using a nozzle gives it a lovely little pattern. You can of course use any jam you like for these. I'm using raspberry today, but strawberry's good too. Oh, cherry I imagine would be rather nice. A little bit in the centre of each, and then so that it peeks out the sides too, I'm going to put a little squidge in between each rosette. There, that'll make them lovely and jammy. Now on with the tops. Give it a little push down, just to make sure the cream and jam comes out at the sides. And you can have them just like this. Simple and traditional. Another thing you can do, I found some little heart-shaped pipettes that you can pop some little raspberry or strawberry juice into, that you can squidge into the cake before you eat them, making them lovely and juicy. Another idea is to temper some chocolate. I've used Cadburys Caramilk chocolate here and popped a little bit of writing icing on top in a pattern. These look smashing on top for a special occasion. and served with a strawberry daiquiri or two. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Have a great day and a great week. Catch you soon.